What's up, folks? Sean the Average Angler coming at you with another fabulous video. And today we got something that if you're not fishing now, a really good time to get to fishing it. This bait can work year-round. The technique can work year-round. You just kind of make little subtle adjustments within them, and you start having success, get a little confidence, and the ball starts rolling. If you're new to the channel, you like this kind of content, you're getting something out of it, hit that subscribe button down there. Join the Average Angler community. I'd love to have you, and I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch the video. All right, so what are we talking about, guys? Anybody have any ideas? This could be an intimidating bait for a lot of people, and that is a swim bait. We're going to talk specifically about a Magdraft, because the Magdraft doesn't have to be intimidating. There's the 8-inch Magdraft, there's a 6-inch Magdraft, and there is a 5-inch Magdraft, which is actually, since I measured it, 4.5 inches. So it's really not a very big bait. This time of year, I'm going to choose 2 of these for the most part, and you can adjust based on where you're at, the size of the bait in your lake or river. And for me, it's going to be the 8-inch and the 5-inch. Hey, I know they call it a 5-inch. Like I said, it's actually 4.5. I measured it because I thought it's quite a bit smaller than the 6-inch, as you'll see there. And most of us that know a little bit of math know that that's more than an inch. All right, no big deal. The bait serves its purpose. Now, first, the 8-inch, you don't really need too special of a rod for this. You have a flipping stick, for instance, 7.6, 7.8, 7.9, something with somewhat of a parabolic bend a little bit to it, that'll work for you. Hey, this one I like to throw 20-pound test on the 8-inch. The reason we're throwing the 8-inch is drawing power. It has a lot more drawing power and can show you fish, will pull fish, if nothing else, to at least come and look at it from further away. And that will get aggressive fish to bite. Really good bait. Very simple, chunk and wind. Cast it out there, wind it back in. You can change your retrieves. Generally, I find a speed where the bait is swimming well. And you can just pitch it out in front of the boat, off the dock, wherever you're fishing from. Retrieve it, see how it's swimming. Typically, I'm in that 7-speed gear ratio, and we're good to go from there. If you decide to use a 6-inch, which is actually a great size bait, this one I'm going to throw nothing heavier than 15 pounds. You get heavier than that, and the bait just starts to lose some of its swim and the allure of the bait, because this bait not only swims and kicks in the tail, but the head rolls side to side, and that's the speed you kind of want to have. Have a little roll, a little kick, and you're good to go. Looks very natural, and the fish will eat it. The reason we're going to go to the 5-inch here is it's just less obtrusive, and a lot of times some of these fish that are up shallow or in the columns where we fish these baits, we'll talk about that here in a minute, they're not always real aggressive, but if you get it out there around bromers, oftentimes they are opportunistic feeders, remember, and they will come up and eat that. And this is just a bait that I find in the fall suits the bill a little bit better, covers the whole gamut of sizes of fish. The little 12 inchers will eat it, the 8 inchers will eat it, and the 12, 14 pounders will eat it, right? It's still a very natural size presentation to the shad in my lakes and bodies of water. And they come in a lot of great colors, okay? I don't know if you can see the difference there. That one's more of a trout type color. I don't remember what they call these. And guys, when you get these, keep the plastic they come in, like you see here, and store them in it, all right? This is how they come originally, with the cardboard around it. And then they go down to this, and you keep them in your box, which is what I've got here. Is a Magdraft box, and they don't store a whole lot of them, but it takes good care of your baits, and nothing's worse than getting out on the water and wanting to fish that bait and find it's kinked up. This will keep that from happening. If you're not sure about colors, very simply, This is a good one. Bone's always a good one. They are basic shad type colors. Okay, that's what I'm mimicking. That's what I'm hoping they think it is. And just keep it simple. You don't need to have a whole lot of them. The main thing is to get out there and get to fishing these, because you can have some really good days on a Magdraft, and I mean really good days where they are really all over it. And as those fish in the fall, as we near fall, once those shad start coming up and getting shallower, it's a great time to be throwing a swim bait. Now, that 5 and 6 inch are very simple to throw. I mean, this 6 inch like a 7'4" medium heavy, 15-pound test, fluorocarbon I prefer. And then the 5-inch one, I'm gonna go down to like a 7'3" with 12-pound test. The lighter line allows the bait to roll and kick better. If you get too heavy a line, it can take some of that roll away, and then you're not having a whole lot of fun. You can still catch them, but the odds aren't as good because you're giving away some of the secondary action. All right, where to fish these? Anywhere around cover, okay? These aren't really baits that get down real deep in the column. They're great around docks. I use them to fish flats, just cover water. It's a great way to cover flats. In clear water, they'll have a little more drawing power. In dirtier water, that bone's really good in dirtier water. Hopefully everybody's water's starting to clean a little bit. I know our reservoirs, they do the drawdown. It's not quite as hot outside, so the algae bloom's going to start dissipating. This is a great way to cover water. Along weed edges, you can parallel weed edges. Is a fantastic place to fish these. Now you can count them down, let them sink a little bit, and then slow roll them to get them a little deeper, but they're generally going to run in the range they want to run in. The bigger one will run a little deeper as you get smaller. Always make sure and check your speed, where you're getting that roll and the kick from the tail, because that's going to get it to its maximum depth. Now you can weight these a bit. They have a weighted harness in them. They're really designed to be fished that way. If you want to get them down to the bottom, then I really suggest going to the dangerous swimmer, the one that has the hook and everything in it. That's just better bait for bottom fishing. This is more of a suspended column fishing bait, but it will catch a lot of fish. Once those shad get up and those bass start chasing them, fantastic bait. Otherwise, right now, it's great for covering water, fishing along edges, docks, those kinds of things. Get out there and learn to fish a swim bait. The great thing is, once you get confidence with these and you start expanding into others, you'll find out that swim baits are a really great way to catch some really nice fish. And a lot of places, they're not seeing a lot of them. If you're on tournament waters, they may see a lot of them. But if you're on smaller ponds, lakes that aren't as popular for that kind of stuff, your fish may not be seeing a lot of swim baits, okay? Thanks for watching. I'm Sean, the Average Angler. We'll see you on the next one.